I've got to be. Yeah, so it's about living in New Zealand and what I'm going to do after footy, whether I'll stay here or not. I've got to be careful because my main man here, Chris Gregory, he works for Radio Sport, so that's a radio station here in New Zealand, so it'll be out in the papers and radio time. No, but seriously, I've been very open-minded about it, and Chris is a part of all of that. You know, I haven't decided whether I'm going to play on after this year or not. It's something that I've got to get in and play. I've done the training and it's been enjoyable, which is a big part of wanting to play again, is you've got to enjoy training. When I start playing, I don't want to be too far off the pace. If I'm still mixing it with the best and enjoying my footy and still want to improve, you know, who knows whether I keep playing again. It's up to the Warriors as well. It's a two-way street. You know, so if I do play, you know, I'd obviously want to do that at the Warriors. If it doesn't work out that way, well, you make a decision. If I don't play, then we've got to make a decision family-wise, what's best for Steve Price, the individual, post-footy, to support his family. You know, it's the first time since I've left school. I got a job when I was at school working for Westpac for 3 years. Other than that, I've worked as a rugby league player. So, you know, I've been doing plenty of things in the background. I've just finished my Masters in Business Management through Southern Cross University, Lismore. I get my little graduation next year, so be throwing the hat. Oh, you're not allowed to throw the hat up anymore because it's safety issues. So I won't throw my hat up, but I'll be wearing a dress and a hat, and I'll be very proud. And those are sort of things to try and give me something to go forward, because one thing I've learned with all my mates that are retired, your profile or who you are as a rugby league player won't get you a job. You've got to have something to back that up. It'll help if you've got the qualifications. So now I've got some qualifications. I don't know how good they are, but I've got some. And, you know, I'm going to be wanting to do the best for me development-wise, because you all know when you're involved in sport, you want to challenge yourself, be challenged. I love leading people. So one day I'd like to lead some people in the business world, and yeah, where that'll be, I don't know. So opening all options. I never thought I'd leave the Bulldogs, but 6 years ago, an opportunity came up that was pretty good for our family at the time. It's been a great journey, and I'm not going to say we'll definitely be here. I'm not going to say we'll definitely be in Australia. We've got an open mind, because I built a house in Picton, and I said to my wife, this is where I'm going to die, and 12 months later we're moving to New Zealand. So, you know, I've learned a big lesson there, and working behind the scenes on what's going to suit me and the family going forward. So who knows where we could end up. I could end up being living right next door to you. Either Australia or New Zealand.
Kia ora, Steve. I'm just wondering about the significance of your tāmoko, your tattoo that you wear on your shoulder.
Yep.
And whether or not you could give us a bit of an insight as to the kaupapa of the story behind it.
Yeah, okay. So he explained all those words. What I did was, one of my teammates went missing at the start of last year, Big Sonny. So, sorry, there's a lot of people throughout my life that had a huge impact, you know, on who I am and where I go and what I do. So I've got a couple of tattoos that are important things of my life, mainly football ones. I've got a cane toad on the inside of this one, got a kangaroo on the inside of this one, got a bulldog on the back of that one, and it's quite big too, just quietly. It's grown over the last couple of years. Mum hates tattoos, and she said, you realise when you're 80 that tattoo's going to have very long jowls and pretty ugly bulldog. But, you know, so I was a person who never wanted to get tattoos. I didn't think they were right. But when I started getting them, I got them for a reason. They were important to me. No matter what happened in my life, they were going to represent something that was important to me. So when Sonny went missing, I wanted to be able to have something that sort of represented that. So I spoke to Tiki Tane, he's a singer, our whānau from New Zealand, I know him. Some of the Aussies might, he's getting sort of big in Aussie. Beautiful person. He's got a cousin who's not blood cousin, but he's his cousin. And anyhow, his name is, and he's very, very traditional Māori, Samoan and Tongan tattooing. And I went and saw him. Tiki hooked me up, and I said, mate, something I don't want to do is be looking like I'm a token Kiwi, like blow in and think I'm the man and get a tattoo. And he goes, you know what? I'll explain to you like this. You don't have to be Chinese to eat Chinese food. He said, what you'll do is you'll get it and it'll tell your story. You'll be proud of it. You'll know what it means, and if people don't understand or respect that, it doesn't matter, because that's what tattoos are. They're what you've got to know and understand and all that. So my tattoo had things that I wanted in it that represented my life. I've got English, Welsh and Scottish background. So the bottom knotwork that goes all the way, which is my foundation, is Celtic. So obviously Celtic is English, Irish, Scottish, the whole bit. Then it goes into a couple of patterns, which represents my 3 kids. Kuru, is that right? I've got 3 kurus, which are the little curls on a fern. Little curls, well, they represent my kids. And then in the middle of that, basically it comes together and it's regarded as creation. So that's me and my wife. So those 3 spirals go out of that. Then I've got some shark teeth, which represents strength, continuation, lifelong, because shark teeth, there's 3 layers of them. One gets knocked off and another one comes. Continuation. There's also some waves, which is exactly the same thing. They just keep coming in. They're strong, they're strength, survival, all that. There's some little emu feet and kangaroo paws. Obviously my Aussie background, it's Aboriginal art, so Inia was quite excited about that, and he did it the old tap-tap styles. I wasn't excited about that bit. But the thing that holds it all together is a turtle, and in Polynesia and in Aboriginal, Torres Strait Island, the turtle is very spiritual. It's they say that back in the day there was a bond between man and the turtle, that the turtle would come in and lay its eggs on the beach, and man would look after it, and that man would then give all the spirits to the turtles. The turtle would take it out to the ocean and free the spirits in the ocean. So he thought that was a great representation of this spiritual side. The turtle shell is obviously strong, so that's shelter, that's protection. It's got 2 eyes on it, which looks quite freaky, but that's the spiritual side, keeping watch over me the whole time. And he's made that turtle basically float over the whole tattoo. So that's the centerpiece, and very, very proud of it. Very happy that I did it. It took 26 hours to do. I didn't do it in one sitting. I did it in 3 sittings, so it was about 8 hours each time. And I know why they call them tough stickers or stupid stickers, because they hurt. But Mum was, she's still not happy with tattoos, but she understands the whole thing behind it. And he blessed it and everything traditionally, which made me, really excited. It's got Tongan, Samoan, Māori, Aboriginal and Celtic in it. So everything that I've had anything to do with in my life is represented in the tattoo, and every one of them has had a big part of my life. Tongan, Samoan, obviously Sonny, a lot of my brothers at the Warriors, at the Bulldogs, a lot of Kiwi boys, both Māori, Tongan and Samoan. The Celtic side is family heritage, and obviously Aboriginal. I grew up with, in the Toowoomba area. It's a very big Aboriginal area, so a lot of my brothers there are very good friends. So it tells my story, and I'm really proud of it, so thank you for the question.